What's good? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. One time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. We grinding. And I ain't forgot. Hopefully most boxing fans have not forgotten about Jarrett, Hurd, and Jermell Charlo. Now, the Charlo twins are on chill because I don't think they can find a viable opponent to fight in Houston this year. So I think you won't see the Charlo twins until 2019. You never know. They might take the top-ranked deal. They might take the zone deal because, you know, right now everything is jammed up for both of them. You know, and, you know, you should be getting Jarrett, Hurd versus Jermell Charlo this year. But that's not the case. Hurd had a shoulder injury. All right. And I think he deserved a homecoming fight. You know, I think he truly deserves a homecoming fight. And in the DMV. I said after he won. But the way he was talking after he won the fight versus Lara was like he the A side and, you know, he wanted to milk Charlo. All right. And him having two titles and being, you know, being still financially less than what Charlo was getting, you know, what has made in his fight pass, like Hurd just made a career high $500K versus Lara. Charlo, they've been getting money, you know, and for them, okay, we get money anyway. Let me go ahead and go fight Hurd, all right? Hurd wants to go ahead and squeeze another payday in and be able to get a good title defense, you know, another 2 good title defenses in. First defending the WBA, I think his second defending the IBF, before he fight Charlo, all right? Which is like marinating. And at the end of the day, I understand what Hurd is doing. You know, he didn't have to come with all the excuses where we got to fight a right-hander. Oh, my shoulder injured all of a sudden. That's what made it look bad on him. He just should have said, you know what? I want to defend my title at the crib one time for the one time. And most people would have understood it. I said after he beat Lara, I understood. I think he deserved the right to fight in front of his hometown fans before you go into a clash with Jermell Charlo, excuse me. I definitely understood it. And it's cool, but what made people who turned people off like me was all the perpetrating and lying. Oh, my shoulder. His trainer coming on telling people they should push for Charlo and Lara. And just all this posing, this imposter talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't like that. But I understand it. And I said it immediately after he beat Lara. I understood it. But this is one of those fights that has went under the radar. You know, nobody's talking about the junior middleweight division. You know, you might talk about Jaime McGuire about to fight Brandon Cook, which I think is a good fight in the undercard of Canelo Triple G2. But nobody talking about this division. Nobody talking about Hurd upcoming fight for real. Nobody really checking for Jermell Charlo. You got a couple people that ask me, oh, what happened? What's going on with Charlo? You know, Famous Athletic. Shout out to my brother A. I heard he did a video, and the Charlo said they don't know what's next for them, don't know when they gonna fight again. So meanwhile, they doing GQ ads and stuff of that nature. And Hurd saying, you know, he getting ready to return versus, I don't know, Castano, which is a good fight, or Julian J. Rock Williams, because you haven't heard anything about J. Rock and Takashi Inouye fight being made. So, I mean, this is one of them big fights that goes under the radar. That gets lost in the sauce with AJ, Wilder, Tyson, Triple G, Canelo 2, Derevchenko, Jacobs, Saunders, Andrade. You know, the zone cards going on. All this is getting lost in all the news of boxing. And I wanted just to keep it prevalent and relevant that this is one of the best. I think this is a top 5 fight in boxing. With 3 belts on the line, I think you have the number 1 and number 2 fighter in the division. However you want to rank them, you will have a champion produced here. Not just the title holder. This fight, the winner of this fight will be the champion, the numero uno of the 154-pound division. And if it happens, when it happens, I hope it's more when than if it happens. You know, I hope Hurd doesn't say, oh, I can't make the weight no more. Charlo girls out the weight class, just like that. And it happens. When you get closer to your 30, you start to get your grown man strength, your frame, your bone density changes. Now, hopefully, we can get this fight with no interruptions. Hopefully, you know, Hurd and Charlo don't fight and then it's a mandatory. One of the belts pulling mandatory. Or Lara, they say either you fight Lara or you got to drop the belt Hurd. Hopefully, it's nothing like that where the sanctioning body gets involved and try to make this fight prolong this fight longer than it has to be. And we pray and hope that isn't the case. But I'm ready for the fight. You know, I'm tired of waiting for top fights, and that's where the frustration is coming in with most of these fights now. We tired of waiting for top opposition. Fighters who have the same manager, who fight under the same network, fight under the same banner. Fights not being made, and we make excuse for fights that can't get made because top rank in PBC. Meanwhile, you got guys that's on PBC with the same manager, same everything, and you can't even get the fight to get made. That's the frustration, and that can't be Bob Aaron's fault. That can't be the network's fault. That's PBC fault. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what the business is. We back, Boxing Clinic and more. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. One time for the one time. Don't forget, if you want to join the Boycott Group, where we be streaming the Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and fights that we deem boycott worthy in the future. We'll be streaming right in that group the entire card to take viewership away. Also, we'll be streaming classical fights at some point, and reviewing them and scoring them and having a discussion in the group. So it's a boycott / classical fight group. Definitely appreciate everybody that joined. Hopefully I proved you right on in, and one of the men's did as well. Also, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and S1210 College Sports Most Wanted. Find the college football, basketball, and some high school as well. Much blessed to all the brothers. If you want to donate, the PayPal link is there as well. Definitely appreciate it. Shout out to the super chats. If you can't donate, please just retweet, tweet out the videos, or share them. And whoever talk boxing and sports, I definitely appreciate it. It's TBC and more. Y'all know what the business is. We gone.